Welcome back. Now we will continue with the section 4, that is questionnaire designing. Questionnaire is one of the key factors that determines the quality of the research. So let's start with the prerequisite to a questionnaire development. Define the study question and objective. In the beginning of the questionnaire, there should be a statement regarding the study objective. While designing the questionnaire, think from the perspective of the respondent rather than the researcher. Determine the variables for your study through the literature review. Develop an analysis program beforehand. Standardization, that is, the same result can be produced if someone else conduct the research using the same questionnaire. And avoid the replication of the question as it can cause errors while data analysis. The steps in questionnaire designing include planning, design, structure of questionnaire, and pilot testing and ethics. We would be discussing them one by one in the subsequent slides. The first step is planning, and it depends on four factors. Focus. Do the research question cover the research problem? So imagine your topic as the center of the circle and all of the questions should revolve around it within the circle. The next point is language. Are the questions clear and unambiguous? Simplest form of the language should be used. Technical terms and jargon should be avoided. The next point is response. Can the response be coded and analyzed? So close-ended question should be used rather than open-ended question, as they can be easily coded and used for analysis. Then the next point is sequencing and presentation. Is it appropriate to maintain the flow of the interview? So the questionnaire should be concise, preferably not more than one page, and should be synchronized and uniform. The next step is design. The questionnaire should be easy to understand. Avoid leading questions. A leading question is a question that encourages a particular desired answer, often because of the way the question is phrased. In most cases, leading questions are carefully phrased in order to manipulate the person to provide the interviewer with a more in-depth or desirable answer. The next point is avoid the technical terms and jargons. The next point is it should be brief. Like I said earlier, it should preferably a single page. It should be easily coded for analysis. Moving towards the next step, that is structure of the questionnaire. So the first point is instructions. Instruction regarding the filling of the questionnaire should be present over there, and a statement regarding the voluntary consent form should be present. The next point is demographic question. These questions include age, gender, ethnicity, religion, etc. Moving towards the next part, that is the question related to the study problem. These are the questions to which an individual can relate to himself personally. While the next step include the group questions that are related to the same topic. Then moving towards the last part, that is the closing remarks. So a statement thanking the respondent for his time should always be included in a questionnaire. Next step is pilot testing. Every questionnaire should be pre-tested. There are two types of questionnaires. One is self-administered and the other type is interviewer administered. So basically for pilot testing, we do pilot testing on a sample of 10 to 20 people, and then we analyze the data using SPSS and applying a test known as Convex Alpha, and it tests the reliability of the questionnaire. In the self-administered questionnaire, after getting it filled, it's better to ask question about the questionnaire from the person who filled it. And in the interviewer administered questionnaire, it is important to have a respondent strangers to the interview, as it can carry bias, and get a report from the interviewer about the process and the respondent reaction. The next step is ethics. So the first important part of ethics is there should be informed consent. So as I said earlier, the statement regarding the consent should be included at the top of the questionnaire. Then moving towards the next step, that is autonomy. So the person should be able to fill the questionnaire himself without needing any help. Then anonymity, the details of the respondent should be kept private and confidential. And then the next point is non-maleficence. So there is the aim and the objective of the research should not be doing any harm to the person. And the most important part is beneficence. So whenever one person is doing the research, he should have pure intention of doing good and adding knowledge to the existing literature. example of a questionnaire. So the at the beginning of the questionnaire, we write the title of the title and objective of the study, that is study of smoking among medical students. Then there is the line regarding the instruction and consent. Your participation in this study is purely voluntary. Please answer the following question correctly and honestly by recording the code for the selected response in the box provided. You do not have to write your name. Then the first two questions are related to demography, and rest of the question are related to individual and group question. And in the end of the question, there is a statement regarding thanking the respondent for their cooperation. So with this example, I would like to end our section 4 on questionnaire designing. I will meet you in the next section for data analysis through live session. Thank you.